Hello traders and good morning, Vladimir here, and this is the European session live review for 19th of January 2017. Last yesterday, we were looking for some specific moves, but with the CPI to be published, that was published in the US, many things turn around quick. So we had also with the news in Canada, so it's time to update our view a bit, and let's see what do we have. Let's start with the most relevant ones, and that's New Zealandian dollar, which yesterday I was looking for one more double wave up for a possible sell, which did not happen, and just continued straight to the downside, which is acceptable, of course. According to this triple cycle, we still have a room to go lower. Right now we have the move down, we are in a corrective mode, correcting to the two waves, so we are looking for sells as long as this top hold. Euro Kiwi also had a beautiful move up, created for us two false breaks finally here. No, not here, sorry, here. That's the last two relevant with the divergences we had here. Then the turnaround happened, and then we got the break of this area, convergence principle, and we expect the continuation. Now we got triggered the 50% retrace, which is great sign, but what could be here with this pair is, first of all, it could still do this, and then we still will be looking for buys, of course, or alternatively to start moving kind of a range here, and again a move up. Bottom line, we are only after buys as long as this low holds. Statistically, we are in a good zone for confirmations, as you remember from the statistics we have been talking about. New Zealand and Canadian was the next pair we were looking to go for a sell. Let me just find it on my list here. New Zealandian CAD. Here was yesterday's view, and we wanted the pair to go below this area. And this is the importance. You see how important it is. This is where it was blocked. You see? That's where we got blocked. It did not cross lower, and we were saved. No trigger for us. This is again the power of regaining momentum and then only sell rallies. We were saved here, no trade. It is still in the corrective mode, and we are still under sell, but very likely it would be a bit deeper than the first view. We are probably after correction of 161.8, which is definitely doable, maybe even to try and spike through 096.20. That's also a possibility. I believe here we are going to rebuild the false breaks principles here and then start the move down. So as for now, let it go. We are waiting for false breaks to happen with the convergence principle to retrace. Of course, this is 4-hour chart corrective cycle, so two false breaks could happen also on the 15-minute charts, but currently we don't have any. So let it go, let it build itself, create, and we will be looking for sales right once it's created. Two false breaks, convergence principle, that's what we need, remember that. Euro pound, still a mystery because it could continue for this third leg straight down, or it could first of all make this and go for sell. Those of you who are in a sell, hold. No need to change, of course. Those who are not, if we get the second push up, then start looking for the sells. Could be a really nice opportunity. CAD yen, again, those who are long, great, hold it. I know some went long with the false break of this trend line, which is of course great and a good idea because the distances are equal here. That's really good, and this is by itself, kind of a triple cycle here, which again is good. I still would prefer to get, first of all, some kind of convergence principle, 2 waves down, and only then look for a sell. That's to play safer, but it does not mean that's the only way correct. Those of you who are in, just let it go and keep it going. That's the bottom line. Kiwi yen is correcting a bit higher now, which bring us back to the view that we might still, I don't claim it will, but we might go and create this special cycle on higher levels before we drop down. But as long as the last stop holds, the idea remains bearish, and that's the cycles we trade here, right? We got this, and that's the corrective cycle, so we can still get these levels, right? And we still, on a 1 hour chart, we also can mark this view and get the same basically zone here. We don't have currently any divergence, so the pressure remains on. Every pullback down still could be as opportunity for a buy. We have a trend line, so we can really ride that going as long as there is no divergence. Remember, we never go against divergence, right? This is the bottom line. Cat franc starts to be interesting as well. It goes and corrects a bit deeper than I originally actually viewed. We can get a block on 61.8. We can go for duplication for 0.74 plus for this double cycle. The further we go, the better the buy would be. Look for buys. The 61.8 could be relevant, even though it's higher. This is one-time spike, and this is why it could still be relevant. And on the 1 hour chart, this could turn to be kind of a special cycle here with divergence. So that could turn to be some great buy opportunity. Keep an eye. Statistically, for the bottoms, we have basically 20, 22, 23, 24. This is very, very powerful bottom days coming, starting from actually today, tomorrow. So keep an eye. That's really, really interesting one to the list. Pound dollar finally making the move. Those of you who are in, perfect. I still would prefer this kind of movement and then jump into the buy. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I might miss it, but as for now, I just played a bit safer. And again, I might regret on that later on. No. Silver also starts to be very, very interesting. We are after the corrections here. Got the false breaks we were talking about. This was the first one. That was the second one. And we got to move down. Triple cycle. So if we can get the corrective one here, and that could be pretty nice opportunity to go for sell for second leg to correct the triple cycle we have, or the special cycle we have for the 4 hour chart. This would be our final zone for targets. Definitely could be nice one to follow, and I believe that the gold is doing kind of the same. Silver is somehow safer, safer technical view, maybe, I don't know. So keep an eye on this one as well. Very interesting. So that's all for the beginning of the day. Then I have plenty of opportunities, and one more. Sorry, I forgot to talk about is dollar CAD, which give us some kind of opportunity to start and move maybe in kind of a channel here, or maybe even for those of you who use some good imagination, 1, 2, maybe we go for 3. That's also possibility here before the move down. That's definitely one possible scenario. We currently got false break and convergence created here. So that's definitely one interesting to follow. We from here I believe we are going for correction in 2 waves, and then very likely for some kind of further continuation. The CPI yesterday boosted up the dollar, and currently I believe this is the trend. It might change tomorrow once Trump becomes the president, but I would try to look for the opportunities in that direction. So guys, you have the list, you have the pairs, you have the statistics, and we now look for setups. Remember, if there are no setups, do not force trading. Okay, there is no reason on earth why we would want to rush and get into the trade. We want for the right opportunities. Thanks for your time. I'll see you in the US session. Bye for now, Vladimir.